Turn back or suffer the same fate. You are not welcomed here. Oh, it's just you. What are you doing back here? Yeah, I don't care if it's your job as a realtor to sell this house. I don't want anybody moving in. I don't want roommates. Nope, not even in death do I want roommates. Yep, even as a ghost, I don't care. So what do you got there? You know that's a whole bunch of mumbo jumbo, right? The whole supernatural bound spirit thing. That's not quite how this works. Which, I mean, if you want a good, junk food entertainment, go for it. I'm not judging, but yeah, that's not how this works. So technically I'm not bound to this place, but I really like it, and it's kind of out in the middle of nowhere, and I don't get a lot of traffic around this place, so there's not a lot of cars or people walking around the street. So it's kind of off by itself. It's kind of nice. And yeah, I kind of want to stay here for it. No. Okay, I tolerate... Okay, tolerate sounds like... But you've kind of grown on me, so I don't mind your company that much. You're actually kind of nice to have around on occasion. But you also don't overstay your welcome, so that's also really nice. Whereas if somebody buys this property, then they're gonna be here 24/7, and I don't want that. You're here for maybe, half hour, something like that, and then you're gone. Okay, so yeah, I know you showed the house and such like that, but I really... Okay, I'm like a cat in that way. I just go hide until the people that you're showing the house to leaves. I know that sounds pretty pathetic, but I really don't care. What are you gonna do to me? I'm already dead. Ha 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 ha. Grave humor. Ha! I kill myself. Yes, I will keep on the puns until I am satisfied, which would be never, because I enjoy all the puns. So, I'm going to scare every little client that you have. Is that what they're called now? Clients? I don't know, whoever you're showing the house to, I'm going to scare them off. Even if they try to put an offer in or whatever, I'm going to do whatever I can to scare them off, because this is my place. And not theirs. I don't care. I'm not sharing. Nope, and it's not one of those, just stay in the attic or the basement or just one room that they hardly ever use. No, it doesn't work like that. Actually, that's more of it could work, but this is just more of a personal preference. And I've been such a pushover most of my living life, and I'm not going to do that anymore. So yeah. Does Santa Claus still come to your house and give you presents? No, this is not out of left field. I'm just curious, because I thought you would be on the naughty list for what you're doing to me. Okay, so you believe in ghosts and the supernatural, but you don't believe in Santa Claus. What about the Tooth Fairy? Again, it's not out of left field. It's just a legitimate question. I'm curious. Do you believe in the Tooth Fairy? Well, yeah, I do. I met the Tooth Fairy. And, okay, so the Tooth Fairy broke into my house, and we had to have this whole agreement on if I ever lost a tooth again. So the Tooth Fairy so the Tooth Fairy would not break into my house. No, it's not ridiculous. It's serious. So the one good thing about being dead is I can't lose my teeth, so I get no more break-in visits from the Tooth Fairy, which is kind of nice. Santa Claus, well, that's a different deal, different ball game, if you want to call it that. And I'm not going to spoil it for you, because then I might get put on the naughty list if I do spoilers. And I do not want to get put on the naughty list. It's not a good thing. Nope. Santa, you don't want to cross him. Well, you don't want to cross him when you're alive anyway, but especially when you're a ghost, yeah, you don't want to do that. Oh, so you found another potential client for the house to buy. Who is it? I wonder if I actually know them, or at least distant relative know them. I wonder if I know the name. Do I know the family name? Oh, so I do. Wait, how do you know what I know and what I don't know? I barely know what I know and what I don't know. Okay, so who is it? You're gonna buy the house. Why? Yes, I said I like your company, but I also said that you're here for like an hour or so, maybe, and then you're gone. And it's not like every day you're here for an hour or so at all. So it's like, why would you want this house? I mean, it's haunted. Not too many people want a spooky haunted house. Don't tell me you're actually into that kind of stuff. Is that why I haven't scared you off yet? I thought I was just being a bad ghost, and now it's just... Okay, whatever. No, I'm fine, just bruised ego. I'll live, or rather, survive? I'll get over it. I'll be fine. Okay, if we're going to be roommates, housemates, whatever, we should set some ground rules. Like, you should be at the house for like 5 hours a month. How is that not generous? You're hardly here anyway. Well, what's wrong with your old house? Why can't, or apartment, wherever you live? What's wrong with that? Oh, come on, don't be like that. Fine. There's no talking you out of this, is there? Are you sure I can't talk you out of this? Because, it would be much more beneficial for your health and well-being and everything else if you don't buy this house. Or have anybody buy this house. Oh, don't you dare turn this into like an amusement park deal thing. Where you like charge an admission like, ooh, come see the spooky ghost, ooh, can you survive the night challenge? Everybody and their grandma's dog is gonna flock here and I would have no more privacy ever. Nope, that is not a way to get me out of here, because I'm not leaving. This is my spot. This is my house. And if everybody does come, I will scare the bejesus out of them. I will scare them so bad. I will scare them so bad that they will never want to come back. You seem to be the exception to that rule, because everybody else I've scared off. Or what if I don't do anything spooky, scary, and just come super boring and everybody will lose interest because ooh, I thought this was going to be so scary and thought this was actually going to be a challenge to spend the night or whatever, but there's nothing to it, so I'm just going to move on to the next trend thing, and everybody forgets about it, and then you're still stuck here, and I still get my house, and I get nobody else coming to the place. That'd be nice. What if... Because... Do you know how far I had to move just to get out here? The last place I thought it was my sanctuary. But Santa Claus keeps finding me. The Tooth Fairy somehow found me. Oh my goodness, there's a whole ordeal with the wisdom teeth thing. Oh my goodness. And then the neighbors were just like, oh, what's going on with her? Why is she being so weird? Why is she acting so strange? And you know, for the 21st century, that's kind of saying something. Because when I was alive, you know, you can get away with quite a few crazy stuff and nobody would really bat an eye. Or at least I thought. Of course, I guess you really shouldn't trust everything on the internet because I thought it's because they just saw so much crazy stuff that they necessarily wouldn't bat an eye at me. Or think anything of it. It's like, oh, this is just something else. Nope. Of course, I guess they were more or less good neighbors because they were checking on my well-being and making sure I was okay. But yeah, I knew that they were gossiping about me. And for the most part, I really didn't care as long as they left me alone. But I don't know if they really cared or tried to, did a challenge within themselves. Where it's like, who can make this girl the most uncomfortable? Some of them would bring over like casseroles or like little dessert treats. It's like, oh, I know you're going through a rough time, so here's a little something to help you get by kind of deal. And it's like, oh, thank you. But instead of leaving it there, they like kept talking and talking and talking about any and everything. It's like, okay, this is nice. I really didn't ask for your life story, but I'll listen out of being polite. But I really have other stuff to do, meaning mainly being by myself, alone, recovering from the day. And they kept talking, and then some of them even tried to invite themselves in. It's like, no, there's nothing creepy in my house, nothing strange. Everything's fine, hunky-dory. And yeah, it got to be a bit much for me. And I moved here, which was so nice until you start showing up with all these different people at all hours of the day. It's like, really? I get that it's your job, but I don't know. What'd you have in mind? Okay, that's a thought, but it's still rather it'd be rather small, but well, I kind of like the dollhouse idea, haunting that instead of this big house. I mean, the big house is nice, a lot of rooms and space to roam around, but it would be kind of nice to downsize a bit. So, but what if everybody would want to play with it? Like, I can't necessarily go to the nearest toy store and it's like, oh, I'm gonna haunt this dollhouse and have a parent buy it and bring it home to their kids to play with. And yeah, no, that's just so much worse. Oh, you already have one in mind. You have a dollhouse. That's not weird? Well, yes, there could be stranger things that you could have, but a dollhouse? Okay, whatever, I won't judge. Everybody's got their own little thing that they like. Oh, you're gonna bring it over? Oh. Well, yeah, I'm not gonna go anywhere. Why would I go anywhere? I already just told you for the last however long, 10 minutes or so, that I don't want to go anywhere. I like this house. Yeah, hurry back. I don't care. Just don't get lost on your way there. What are you doing back so quick? You had the dollhouse in the car. Why do you have a dollhouse in the car? You already had this planned out, didn't you? You sell houses, and if you try to convince me to downsize into this dollhouse, then technically you just did your first real estate thing with a ghost, and you can sell this house without any interruptions or spooky, scary stuff. Okay, I gotta give you props. That's pretty clever. Okay, so I guess I'm your new client. So walk me through the house, or whatever you do. What are its perks? You know, that actually doesn't sound half bad. But location is what I've heard. And it's a nice house, but the location of it is not really sold on it. How about... Well, isn't there like a woods thing? Few miles, whatever. Is it south or west? I'm not very good with directions. Anyway, I thought there was a little forest area thing somewhat close to town, but not really. If you could like put that in the middle of nowhere, then I could still have a place of my own that nobody would find. Hopefully. Because this is ridiculous. Even in death, I can't get my own privacy. So, I will make you the deal if you do for the location of the dollhouse, if you put that in the woods, middle of the woods where nobody could find it, then you'll come back, tell me where it's at, and then I would be more than happy to leave this house. And you can have it to sell, and I would have my own place to haunt. It's a win-win. What do you say? Alright, so you already have your card there. The day is still young, night's still young. Hop to it! Unless you really don't want this house. Yeah, okay. So I'll see you when you get back. Either they get lost in the woods where nobody can find them and they don't come back, leaving this house to still be mine, or they come back and I get still a house to haunt all to my own. It's a win-win. I think this could work.